Hello and welcome people back to Let's Play Folklore.
Damn, Ellen can run.
Yeah, she can run when the video is running at 3 times the regular speed, and I'm just going back through the level to see what I should get. There really aren't that many things to get for her. No, really just those two guys and the gigantic golem. And it's pretty much that. And this location has a very annoying gimmick, where the enemies will just spawn endlessly without giving you any sort of reward for killing all of them.
That's a shame.
Yeah, especially since I waste a lot of time trying to kill all of them to get some sort of a reward, but I don't. Which is why this is sped up 3 times.
The magic of speed editing.
Comes in handy. And is a good excuse to use music from Wild Arms 2. Yes. And this guy is very clueless about what he's supposed to do.
Wild Arms 2, your favorite Wild Arms.
It's a good one, even if the battle system is kind of unfinished.
Yeah.
It definitely has probably the best music. And here I find out that Striker is quite pretty damn useful. And yes, I did cut out a whole bunch of tries in between.
Of course.
I tried to make the cut as obvious as possible.
This guy really is a pain in the ass to get.
Yeah, it really is, and this absorption is really annoying. I actually went out of my way to check what the requirements actually are for it, and they only mentioned something about doing it in rhythm. But like it's not, the detection on it is not terrible. It's not good enough for you to keep a rhythm going.
Yeah.
So yeah, I show off the next location anyway, even though there isn't anything in it that you need to get. It's just those guys and the urchins. Just run over by a troll. I love that attack. And here my controller messed up, and Ellen started going in circles.
Well, time to buy another bootleg.
Well, I don't really have any reason to do that yet, and it's not even the D-pad that messed up, which is usually what happens, because you don't use a D-pad in this game, of course. But yeah, right now we're going to take care of a quest that I purposely avoided doing right when it, well, avoided covering it right when I actually recorded it, simply because it is very spoilery. This becomes available even before you go to the next area with either of the characters.
They are honest folk. Why don't you go beat them up? That'll calm them down.
Exactly. So yeah, this mission has you start right in the next area, which is why I didn't cover it when I finished going through the first area, because it just spoils the wonderfulness of that place.
I still feel sorry for whoever has to mow that lawn outside.
Yeah, and yeah, you can see him just running away. You can actually run away from all of these, which I eventually start doing, because screw taking care of all of those urchins.
Yeah.
Well, whoopsie daisy, teleported to the next area, don't care.
Oh well.
But yeah, you can see that the golem just going through the area, trembling down a whole bunch of folks. So you know, we need to teach it a lesson. They could have chosen an area that is less sad to do that. Because I just feel bad for it.
With the dramatic cutscene music and everything.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's exactly the same song, but it's definitely like a remix of one of those songs that they used on many of those occasions.
Yeah.
Those urchins make just the weirdest sound. Like a very angry dog when they dive down to attack you. Yep, screw everything. Since I can just go to the next area without giving a single fuck. And especially since, well, we're talking about those urchins and they're terrible.
In every single way.
That feels good to see so many of them just vanishing into oblivion where they belong.
Who knew you could be so bloodthirsty?
When it comes to those urchins, I can. And here I try using this thing.
Doesn't quite work out for ya.
They're so intense about getting me over that ledge. Like look at that. It's adorable. And I find out a very interesting thing about that thing. It always auto-aims, whether you want it or not.
Huh.
Which makes hitting this crystal impossible.
Ah, God.
This thing makes Henki look useful.
Why must most of Ellen's waterfolk suck? Why?
It's like, and Keats's ice elementals, which, well, I mean, obviously they're the counterparts, are so useful.
Only the fish is good.
Only the fish is good, and the fish is actually stupidly powerful once you get him up to higher levels. Which I do towards the end of everything, during one of the side quests, because, well, I had to kill a whole bunch of things anyway. And that was one of its requirements. So yeah, I need to take care of 3 of them.
Time to get the troll.
Well, I mean, with his charge attack, this is not gonna be quite as difficult. And his resistance to pretty much everything. And what else? All of the trolls and a striker.
Great. And the alarm clock mouse.
No, this is not the alarm clock mouse.
Oh, it's the bomb thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, the tiny bomb, a tiny walking bomb thing.
Yes.
The alarm clock mouse is only for kids, and it's an earthquake element.
Got it.
So rude.
I know.
How many of them are there anymore?
3. There's 3.
Yes. It's hard to tell with all of those farts flying around.
Right.
Ah, so good.
Never doubt the troll.
Always level up the troll. No, I don't want to be knocked into the next area.
That would not be a good idea.
So rude. So inconsiderate to my progress and my health. Yay! Actually, when you level up the striker, you get 3 of them as opposed to 1.
Hmm.
And they all go, and I think they all auto aim to enemies, which is very useful. Yes, destroy
Yes,
it.
they do.
He walked around the thing. Good thing they just take a tickle once you pop out their id.
Otherwise, it'd be a lot more annoying.
It's good that the striker destroys everything on impact as opposed to on time, like that one other thing.
Right. You have leveled up Fenimore.
And this thing disappeared the moment I got near it.
Now you need boobs.
Totally. Or the Claudia boomerang. This one wasn't quite so slow as the other ones. Still never gonna use it. And just one more left.
Sadly, they
Laser
have the
attack.
automata laser.
Actually, when you actually use them, the laser attack is actually what they do.
Oh, cool.
It's super slow, but against certain enemies that don't let you get close to it, like for example Gabbles, pretty damn useful. Except, well, you're only gonna fight Gabbles if you do side quests, so the usability of that is pretty limited. But it is like the most powerful single target attack in the entire game.
Why did you use Claudia Boomerang?
Accident. You think I would use Claudia Boomerang on purpose?
Yes.
I wonder how many people are actually going to get that reference ever.
Very few, probably. Very few. For those curious, it's from a show called Inferno Cop. You should check it out.
It's hard to even call it a show. But Inferno Cup is a wonderful thing. It's all on the YouTube, complete with its own fake ads.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's probably like the cheapest made anime ever. It's hard to call it animation even. But it was one of the best wastes of time ever.
And it only took us like an hour to watch.
Complete with all of the ads, we could have probably watched it faster, and with all of the 10 minutes of credits after that 5 minutes long final episode.
Got rare folks Cynthia.
It's good that it's not Stephanie.
Stephanie would just put sharks in the netherworld.
That sounds like a thing, backwards ass thing Stephanie would do.